Rise up. It's time for another episode of Spartovation, your podcast source for inspiration and motivation to get you through your Spartan body transformation. Here now is your host, the Spartan Doctore, champion of growth.
It is a glorious day to train and grow. I am Ryan Masters, the Spartan Doctor, a certified strength and conditioning specialist, here to provide you with motivation and inspiration as you journey through your Spartan body transformation. Welcome to another episode of Spartovation, broadcast directly to you from Trifection Studios. Remember, if you find these episodes helpful, please be sure to subscribe and leave a review so I know to produce more of them for you. Today, we're continuing our dive into the Spartan Body Blueprint, which you can download for free from Spartovation.com, and that's giving you the strategy or the outline of what you need to do to build a ripped Spartan body with 5 hours a week or less. Because, hey, we are all busy these days, so we want to get maximum ROI from our time input. And we are discussing the Spartan Ethos, and these are the kind of B qualities or traits and attributes that you need to install into your character, into yourself, and embody daily as you go through this journey, this lifelong journey of self-improvement and transformation. And we're on number 7, which is one of my favorites. It's the last one, and it's about controlling your Spartomain. And a modern Spartan recognizes that he becomes a product of his environment. He actively seeks to bend his domain to further support his pursuit of excellence instead of being crushed by it. Okay, powerful stuff. And I want to kind of follow that up with a quote from W. Clement Stone, who was a very, very successful multimillionaire, also spent some time with Napoleon Hill, who is the author of Think and Grow Rich. If you have not read that book, you are missing out of a serious source to improve your life. But the quote is, here's what he says: "You are a product of your environment, so choose the environment that will best develop you toward your objective. Analyze your life in terms of its environment. Are the things around you helping you toward success, or are they holding you back?" And this is so true, and it's so easy to overlook and forget. And so we're going to talk about this not only from a training standpoint, but we'll kind of go a little bit beyond that. And the point is, I want you to be aware, the takeaway for you is I want you to be aware of how much your surroundings impact you. So much. And it's oftentimes very, very covert, so you don't even realize it. Just look, just as a real quick example, look at our bodies. Okay, someone from Florida versus someone from Canada. You can see a little bit difference in the body? Definitely, right? What's the difference? Well, one's going to be more than likely a little more tan than the other one, who will also probably be a little more see-through. And that's just from being a product of their environment. Now, yes, you can go out. The reverse case could be true if they took active steps, to avoid the sun if you're in Florida, or if they went out and did tanning in Canada. But that is now changing yourself, not changing your environment. So I want you, as we go through this discussion today, I just want you to be aware of how much your environment impacts and changes you. And how do we use this knowledge to, further your training? And we start off with, one of the big misconceptions is everyone thinks or says, oh, you need so much willpower to change, right? To eat right and to get in there and train and to build that Spartan body, you need just an infinite pool of willpower. And Doctor, you must have willpower out the roof. And while I wish that was true, it is not. Willpower is a finite resource, and the way we get the most out of it is we use it in concentrated doses towards very specific things. But you do not need willpower, massive amounts of willpower, to change yourself. And if you're trying to do that and you're trying to force yourself to change, you are already off on the wrong foot. Now, this is not to take away anything from anyone who has made successful improvements in their life. It's just to say, again, we're here about doing this in the most effective way possible. And so to do that, instead of wasting resources on willpower and forcing yourself to go to the gym and forcing yourself to eat this or eat that, we are going to be smart and control, your Spartomain. And think of it, the way I describe it to my Spartans in SpartanRises.com is battery power versus outlet power. And when you start off doing new things, let's say you're eating, start off and you're going to improve your eating habits because you want to, build more muscle. You are going to initially start off running off battery power. You're going to be in line for food, and you're going to have to use a little bit of that willpower because you want to order the cheesecake. But you know that the cheesecake is not going to help you build those six-pack abs that you were shooting to get for by summer. So there you draw a little bit out of the battery power. You say, oh, okay, not gonna buy this today. Good to go. You skip over it. Bam, mission accomplished. But you can only do that for so long because it's a battery, right? Batteries don't have infinite sources of power. Yes, you can recharge it once you go to bed or once you've kind of taken a little break, they will recharge, but it's not big enough for you to handle all the willpower battles that you're going to have throughout the day. Just like your phone cannot run on battery forever. Eventually, you got to switch it and plug it into outlet power, and you plug it into the wall. And so we need to do the same thing on your fitness journey. You constantly need to be looking around and asking yourself, how do I switch from battery power to outlet power? And so going back to eating healthier and eating smarter, calibrating your food intake to get that Spartan body, instead of continually fighting yourself with battery power and just always having to make that decision of, oh, do I eat this today or not? We instead control your environment. And so at home, you've probably heard this example before, but at home, throw out everything that would not contribute to your goals. So all the ice cream, the candy, the soda, all that, bam, gone, out of the house. Now you've changed the environment so that, can you still get that stuff? Yes, but you have to get in the car, drive to the grocery store, get in line, and purchase it. And so that's a lot more of a difficult challenge than having that soda pop sitting right there in the cabinet within arm's reach. And now you've got to fight a battle inside your head with willpower every time you walk by that cabinet because you know it's in there and you want it. So you're drawing off that battery power, and pretty soon your battery is depleted and you are donezo. But when we switch to wall outlet power and the soda pop's no longer there, well, now every once in a while maybe you have to tap into a little bit of battery power because you think, oh, should I drive up to the store and do it? But it doesn't require a lot of juice because you're like, no, I don't want to do too much work. Not going to happen. And so that is an example of controlling and using your Spartomain to improve yourself. Another one is water. Okay, so the wrong question, the battery power question, is asking, how can I drink more water? Because you already know how important water is, and if you don't, go look at my videos on YouTube. I'll teach you about that. But so the wrong question is, how can I drink more water? Because that's a willpower question. That's how can I force myself to do something? That's not what we do here when we're training smart. Instead, we ask ourselves, how can I keep water in front of me at all times? See the difference there? Now that's an outlet question. And now, if you have water in front of you all the time, it's natural to drink it. It requires no battery power, and you're reaping all the benefits of extra fat burning, more muscle building, clearer thinking, more energy. The list goes on. And so, as I'm sitting here talking to you, taking a nice cold drink of water from my styrofoam cup, that I have a water dispenser within 3 feet of me. I turn around on my chair, press the water button, water comes out into the cup. The water is delivered from a delivery truck, so I don't even have to go out and get it. I do nothing. It's super high outlet power. Now you don't have to go, that's a crazy supercharged outlet power. That's not, you don't necessarily have to do that example. But you could, buy a case of water and have it under your desk at work. And now all you do is reach down, grab it, and now you've got water. Have a case sitting in your car, and so every time you're in the car, you've got a water bottle and drink it. So these are the questions, and this is the shift in your thinking and mindset that you have to do if you're looking to permanently change your body. You have to think more like a ripped Spartan and do these types of things where you control your environment and calibrate it to give you the outcome that you want. And that's just on the physical side. Something else I'll leave you with to think about is you are, again, to the story of environment, you are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with the most. I'm not saying your 5 best friends, but the 5 people you spend the most time with. This could be friends, it could be coworkers, whoever. But you just need to be aware that you better believe those people are having an impact on you. And this is something that I see over and over again, and I've gone through myself, is that, people, you make the mistake of thinking that just because somebody's nice or whatever, you let them really deep into your life, and then they have a big impact, almost subvert impact. And they're not doing this on purpose, but they have a big impact on you. So just look, are they out of shape? Do they complain all the time? Are they always complaining, about not having money, or just complaining and making excuses about everything? Or, are they making poor decisions as far as partying and lifestyle? And understand, we're operating from Spartegrity here. So this isn't a judgment. This isn't a I'm better than them type of question. This is just awareness of the fact that these types of people are in your sphere of influence. And if you are ignorant of that, then you better believe that those traits are going to be absorbed by you from them. That's all that that's all I want you to take away and just kind of chew on and think about, because there can be some tough decisions there sometimes that you have to make if you are truly serious about improving yourself and taking yourself to that next step. Now, no matter what your current environment is like, always remember, never retreat, never surrender, and keep moving.